On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything: culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history, and no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work.
Hey, let's get ridiculous here for a minute. I want to bring back a segment that I came up with a while ago. I like to every once in a while take a look at songs, music that I've loved throughout my life. I call it Smith's Favorite Things. And since I originally did this for the Metallica-Thon that I did back in April, and haven't used it since, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking doing that. It was completely, utterly ridiculous thing that I made, and I'm like, well, if I made it, I'm going to fucking use it. Smith's Favorite Things.
Rockin' and rollin' and smidgens of Disney, Star Wars and Goonies and Raw Eddie Murphy. Pretty much anything Hetfield sings. This is just one of Smith's favorite things.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, Smith's Favorite Things. I just like to take a look and just talk about some of the stuff I've loved throughout my whole life. Some of the stuff could be new and make its way into Smith's Favorite Things. You never know, honey. Ecstatic. That's what we're going to listen to. I don't know the last time you listened to Sponge, who are a band from my great state of Michigan, somewhere near Detroit. I don't know if they're from Detroit or if they are Metro Detroit or somewhere down. I don't know. But I know I've been a big fan ever since they dropped in probably 94-ish, something around there. And they came out with Plowed, which is still to this day just a major fucking the song for me. When I hear it, makes me want to rage. It's on my Want to Rage playlist, you know, still. Just that riff. But then they dropped Wax Ecstatic in 96, and I think what was it, a couple songs on that were highlights. Wax Ecstatic, To Sell Angelina, that we are going to check out in a moment. I Am Anastasia, that's a highlight for me. Have You Seen Mary is a highlight. Death of a Drag Queen is a highlight. Gotta Be a Bore, My Purity. Which one was on, is it Have You Seen Mary that was on the Chasing Amy soundtrack? I think so. And man, I've been a fan of this band my whole life, you know. And I remember a couple quick stories. Vinny, is it Dombrowski? Is that right? Vinny, the singer from Sponge. They played at the Loading Dock, a small bar in Traverse City, and I caught him one year, probably in like 2003, and I was totally hammered at that show, and I was that asshole who wants to go like talk to the band, which is not good, but a lot of times bands are just like, they're just like, man, I don't want to talk to anybody. But he was totally talking to some chick, and I totally cock-blocked him and went and said, hey man, nice show. He's like, thanks, dude. Then I got to hang out with him when I was working at the radio station. They played at Right Brain Brewery in Traverse City. They did a fucking show in like the back brewing area. It was a totally rad show with Crony on the fucking bill. And I actually got to meet Vinny and hang out with him. I'd interviewed him for the radio for the show and actually told him that cock-blocking story and apologized for it. But he was totally cool. And I just hung out with Vinny for a while, shooting the shit in like the employee break room at Right Brain. That was even before I worked at Right Brain. Fucking serendipity, man. Was that the right word? Serendipity? Anyway, we're going to check out Ecstatic. It's just fun. I like to just take a listen and show some love for the stuff I've loved my whole fucking life, man. If you've never heard Sponge before. Like they came out with probably 94. Let me actually just check this real quick. Sponge, when did fucking oh, maybe it was Molly 16 Candles that was on Chasing Amy. Anyway, go to the album. Rotting Pinata was their first one. That came out in 94, so I was right. Okay. Man, this band did not get nearly the amount of love that they should have. I was just thinking, man, because I mentioned earlier, they came out in 94. That real post-grunge kind of time where, like, alternative rock was fucking huge and everybody was trying to copy the grunge bands and shit like that. But this band, I don't think they fall... There's a lot of post-grunge bands that were kind of just, I don't want to say posers, but, like, just sound-alikes for a lot of the grunge bands, and I don't think that there's such a uniqueness to this band. I think a lot of it has to do with Vinny, the singer. There's a uniqueness in their songwriting and in their delivery that, to me, made them stand out. And I don't think they were not nearly as popular as they could have or should have been, because even their later releases that didn't get any love in the United States, at least, except for like locally, were really fucking good too, man. Man, they really don't sound dated whatsoever. Still, there's a lot of music that I listened to in the 90s that I listen to now, and like, it doesn't necessarily hold up. There's still a lot to do. But as I get older, there's a lot more that start to fall off into that sort of dated, it doesn't hold up category anymore. It's weird. But that still holds up, man. Still sounds good. Plowed, Molly, Wax Ecstatic, that whole fucking Wax Ecstatic album is one of my favorites. I still listen to that every once in a while. It's been a while. Maybe I need to give that a listen. Maybe today on my snow-filled commute.
What the hell, everything?